Hi everyone, now we're going to move on to our region of the lower back and lower core. Yeah, let's get started. So, come onto your back and bring the feet close to the bottom, or the heels towards your fingertips. And we're just going to stop with some very gentle, very slow awareness building exercises. We're trying to reconnect your mind to your lower back. And so we're going to start just by, you can have your hands by your side if you prefer, on your lower belly, navel. And we're just going to start by rocking the pelvis forward, which means lifting your lower back off the ground, so you're pressing almost your belly into your hands. And that's coming in on the inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to press the lower back onto the ground. So we're rolling the pelvis back into, feel your lower back press into the ground, and keep pressing until your navel presses back and you get a very soft lift in your bottom, but we're not lifting the back off the ground. And then as you release, the inhale starts to come as you land the bottom back down, and then slowly arch the back again by rolling the pelvis, tilting the pelvis forward. So what we're doing is we're very gently contracting the lower back and hip flexors here. And then as you exhale, we're going the other way. We're relaxing the lower back, engaging the glutes, the hamstrings, some of the core muscles in the front to oppose the action. And do this very mindfully, very slowly, very softly. And just see what's going on here for you. Whether this is easy, challenging, whether you feel connected to this action, or whether you feel quite disconnected. And again, there's no right or wrong, but the process of exploring, inquiring, placing our mind there and perceiving is the process by which we slowly can reconnect to this action, reconnect to this part of the body. So getting quiet for a few moments as you explore this, aligning the movement with your breath, keeping your mind in your lower back, your lower spine, and the surrounding areas. And as you move, just notice if there are any awkward areas of tension in the neck, shoulders and face. And always choose the path of most ease by just letting go of any holding or any tension that we don't need as we do this. A few more rounds. This time expand your awareness to include the whole body. So from fingers to toes, from crown of the head to tailbone, whole body awareness, and whole body engagement in this soft and subtle action. We're not forcing ourselves, we're just seeing where we're at, what this feels like. And once you're tucked to your tailbone, then relaxing after that round. And just spending a few moments, let the knees drop in and the feet walk out slightly. And just have a breath here. And then when you're ready, you're going to slowly press yourself up with the elbows. Bring your feet out in front of you. And then we're going to open the feet as wide as the mat, if not wider. We're going to come into a little bit of a twist. Okay, and as you twist, really pay attention to the area between the lower rib cage and the pelvis. Okay, so we're focusing on all of this area in the lower back and lower core. And so we're going to start by engaging the feet, really pressing the heels down and the feet away and extending through the knees, and keep the legs as strong and straight as possible. And then we're going to start turning slowly towards the right hand side, twisting through the spine as you slowly look behind you. And as you turn, you want to allow that hip to come up. It's going to come up quite naturally, but keep the strength and the straightness and the pressing away of the legs away from you until you land both hands either side of each other, as wide as the shoulders. And you can just set your gaze between your hands, keep the back of the neck long, and then just breathe into your lower back, into the region of the lower core. Breathing into the sides of the torso, the belly. One more breath. And then very gently coming back. Taking a moment in your center, so just readjusting your pelvis and your legs, your arms, and just spend a moment here relaxing back into the arms. And then when you're ready again, engaging the legs, making them super firm, pressing the feet away, and then starting to twist this time over towards your left, keeping the legs strong. Allow the pelvis, the hip, to lift up until you can twist through the whole spine and land the hand either side of each other. And you can reposition your left hand to the side and going to that place where you have a nice twist that works for you. And then staying here, breathing into the lower back, the sides of the lower core, trunk, and the belly. Keeping the legs firm and active. One more breath. And then very gently releasing, coming back to center. And again, just re-center your pelvis, your legs, lean back into the hands, and just rest for a few moments. Notice what's happening in the body, what it feels like. Good. Now from here, bring your feet together, and you may need a strap. So if you have a strap or a belt at home, grab that. That's optional. So if you can't reach your feet, you're going to need that strap. And then come forward and see if you can reach your feet. If you can, that's great. You can grab the feet, and I like to grab it like this. You can also try grabbing it from the side. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and open up the lower back here. Okay, so if we've got some tight tissues here, then we can just slowly start to feel this area spread apart. Okay, and we do that by grabbing onto the feet or taking the strap around the feet and pulling on the strap. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull back on the strap as if we want to bring a bow to this side of the body. So this side of the back is trying to press very softly without too much force away. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling back and I'm trying to bow that lower back towards the back wall. Okay, so if you're here, if you can reach the feet, you can do it from here. You can pull back and try and press your lower back away from you, and do it very gently. If there's any pain, just ease off slightly. If you have any disc problems, then do this very mindfully, and if it's causing any discomfort, then just forget it altogether. Otherwise, it can be quite nice to open up any tightness or tension in the muscles in the lower back. And you can allow the head to soften, the back of the neck to relax, and just breathe into your lower back, either side of the spine, along the spine. And as you breathe, just picture that area just expanding, creating more space. A few more breaths. And then very gently releasing that. And then you're going to come and you might want to sit lengthways along your mat, and you're going to straighten your left leg out to the side, bring your right heel towards your groin. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to lean towards your left leg, your straight leg, and you can start by just sliding the hand along the shin. Okay, if you need the support, if you can't quite reach your leg, you can take a block or a bolster and just line it either behind the leg or even on top of the leg, and just rest on the bolster, perhaps even resting the head in the hand. So see where you're at. And the top arm, depending on your body and your openness, it can either just stay here. What we're reaching for is a stretch here from the lower rib cage down into the hip, trying to open up the quadratus lumborum, the external obliques, the side of the body here. Okay, so you can play with the arms. The arm can either just rest here if you're feeling it already, or it can be behind you, or it can go over the head, and that's going to really intensify it. But if you're so tight that you're kind of not even able to do that, then it's better just to try and relax that arm and just breathe in, roll the top shoulder back and rest down. So go for a place where you can really sort of relax here, and just send your breath into the side body. Especially the side of the lower core. Notice how you're breathing and what this feels like. And one more breath. And then slowly release the hand if you've got it over the head. And then for the last few breaths, we're going to actually turn our whole heart and chest to start to face the leg. So you might want to come out of this. Start to turn your whole body to face that straight leg. And again, you can have the bolster in front as a support, and we lean down on the bolster in some way. Or if that's in the way and you don't really need it, you can just bring both hands around that leg, or even take a belt. Okay, so if you've not quite got the reach, take a belt and start to draw yourself forward, forward, forward. Releasing the back of the neck. Okay, and if you're here and you feel quite open and you feel like you could go a little bit deeper, you can take your hand to the outside edge of the foot, so the opposite hand to the outside edge of the foot, and go a little bit deeper in your twist, so trying to bring the belly right across to face the thigh, and coming a little bit deeper beyond the thigh to the outside perhaps. So just playing with that. You can have a gentle pull of the foot with the hand and see how that affects the feeling that travels along the side body down to the hip. And just 2 more breaths here. And then very gently rolling yourself up. Okay. And we'll swap the legs around. So just start by releasing the legs. Take a moment here in neutral. Just doing a few circles with the lower back. Okay, and then to the outside. And we're facing the front as we lean over. And as much as possible, we don't want that top shoulder to collapse down. Keep it open so your heart's facing the side, and either resting the hand behind your back, on the thigh, or over the head, as long as you're not crunching down and just losing that side body stretch. So go to the place where you feel that side body stretch. Maybe you'll rest your head on the hand and your elbow on the bolster. And again, the focus is here, on the side of the lower core. So just breathing into those areas of tightness, paying attention to the whole body, the breath, noticing the feeling that comes with the pose, any emotions, noticing the state of your mind, content of your thoughts. A few more moments, just noticing the pattern of your breath. And then when you're ready, very gently releasing the top arm down if you've got it over the head. Staying aware as you transition out and up, finding a long neutral spine. Stay for a few moments. And then when you're ready, we're twisting the whole core now to face that straight leg. Keep that leg nice and active for a few moments. You can have even the fingertips on the hands to help you lift the heart and turn towards that straight leg. And then when you're ready, take a deep inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to fold over that leg. And again, you can have the bolster over the leg, or you can just bring both hands outside of the foot or with your strap. If you come here quite easily and you want to go a little bit deeper, you can bring the opposite hand to the outside edge of the foot and then very gently draw yourself deeper across, bringing the navel, the belly button to face the thigh, and then coming down. And make sure to relax the whole spine, the back of the neck, the legs and hips. And the crown of the head is very gently drawing towards the toes. A few more breaths, keeping the neck soft, the face soft. And then very gently coming up. Just taking a moment here, again releasing the legs, just feeling your whole body. And again, just do a few circles with the lower back. So feel the navel region circling one way, and then the other way. Nice and gently. And then relaxing that, and we'll come onto our bellies now. So swing both legs together, and we'll come onto our bellies, and we'll come into Sphinx. So bring your elbows right under your shoulder, and your forearms are parallel. Okay, and bring the feet as wide as the hips, kneecaps are facing down. And what we want to do here is just bring a very, very gentle back bend and a soft compression in the lower back. And again, if you have lower back problems or disc problems and this causes any sharp shooting pains, then just back right out of it and skip it altogether if you can't get comfortable in it. Or if you have a sway back and a really arched back, then this is probably one to avoid. So from here we want to really relax the navel, the lower belly, to sink down, if not very softly press into the ground. You're going to feel your lower back very gently arching. And you will feel a slight hardness and a slight compression, but we don't want any pain, we don't want any shooting feelings. Okay, just a soft compression of the tissues in the lower back and the spine. Relax the neck completely. Let it just be soft over the shoulders. And then just breathing into your lower back, the spine, either side of the spine. Breathing into the navel area, the pelvis, and the surrounding area. And again, just notice what this feels like. Are there any areas that you can soften by just bringing your awareness to those areas? If not, maybe breathing and sending a soothing breath to those areas. And if anyone wants to go a little bit deeper, then the option is to bring the palms down and press them down as you lift the elbows up. And this is more seal pose, but keep the shoulders relaxed, the neck relaxed. And if you want to go deeper still, you can walk your hands back towards you. Okay, and you can also support this with the bolster. So if you want this to be more supported, bring your bolster in front of you. You can almost sit the bottom of your rib cage onto the bolster and let your lower back and belly sink down. Again, just check in that this doesn't cause any sharp pain, any acute pain. It should just feel like a nice opening. Likewise, if there's any spasming happening in the lower back, then breathe into those areas And if that's not relieving itself, then again, just come out of it and rest on your belly for a few breaths. Maybe come into child's pose. And a few more breaths. And take a deep breath into the whole body. Big sigh out through the mouth. And again, deep breath into the whole body. And big sigh out through the mouth. And then if you've got the bolster there, just slide it out to the side. And we're going to come all the way down onto our belly. Rest the forehead into the hands, elbows out to your side. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And just breathe into your whole spine, your lower back. And then when you're ready, you can come into a soft and gentle child's pose. So, bring your hands either side of you, press yourself up, bring your legs, knees and feet together, and we're going to sit right back. Allow the spine to round, forehead down on the ground, and the arms go back by your side. And if this isn't available to you or feels incredibly uncomfortable, then your bolster's there. Take a bolster or two pillows. You'll need to open your legs to bring it in, and then come down onto the bolster, and you'll have your hands this time in front, palms open. So we're just inviting the gentle rounding to the lower back here. And then when you're ready, very gently coming up, rolling yourself all the way out. Alright, and that's it for today. That's for the lower back. And feel free to add it to all the other sequences I've done earlier for the lower legs, the knees and the hips. Hope you enjoy it, and namaste.